I'm Dread MC, this is Jamo, this is Tommy, we're My Nu Leng, you're watching Toasted, and we're at Sea Dance Festival.
Hey guys, welcome here. What an amazing place, huh?
Amazing, absolutely amazing, so beautiful as well.
Literally just lovely. Like we had a little walk around earlier, around the old town and that, and it's like proper beautiful, like nice.
I mean, it's hard to believe that very few people still know this spot, right? I mean, if I tell people in Holland where we're from, like there's this beautiful place and there's actually a fantastic festival with a great lineup, I bet half the country would show up.
It's Croatia's been like a place that a lot of people have gone to and seen the potential, and I think Montenegro is another place where Sea Dance have got in, and it's like an amazing start. But I can see this getting quite a popular destination for raves and festivals and things. Definitely, yeah.
Hey, I've been looking online, of course, on your website and on your Facebook and on your Instagram. And one thing that struck me is that you guys issue, I might add, very cool T-shirts, but also in very limited editions that like run out in like 10 seconds. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, the new T-shirts are nearly sold out within a week, and that's been amazing. So
we don't really like clock our reach, so we're like, oh, we'll get like 100 done, and then they sell out, and we're like, oh, we should have got more.
Because I was like, well, maybe you guys should like print 1,000 instead of 200.
Yeah, we should.
yeah.
Hey, we just saw Goldie play here. We also saw Wilkinson play at the Exit Festival, and I'm like an old style jungle fan, and to me it's jungle. It's not like grime or whatever. But it struck me that it was actually pretty tough for Goldie to get the crowd along, even though I thought the set was really good. Yeah. And the Wilkinson kids, not to be like degrading, really pulled it off and smacked the whole festival. I mean, but how come? What's the difference? How come young people like that stuff and they don't really get Goldie?
I think it's just different times. Do you know what I mean? We grew up in English musical history is such a big thing where we're from, and we grew up like with the jungle and the old school drum and bass, the metalheads and everything. But kids these days don't really have that. It's not as underground anymore. They're more. The music's just in your face. It's melodic. It's catchy, and that's just the times, I guess. It will come back round again. It always does.
I was actually surprised to see that it came back at all, because I mean, the record companies tried so hard to make it work until like everybody forgot about it.
I think just with good music, it's gonna come out there, and like people are gonna always look for good music. So when you got good underground music, people are gonna want that, and there's no way you can hold that. Like people will do their own research and find it, and it will get out there.
I think a lot of the young people these days want an instant payoff in their music, like drops and really big impacts and like constant impacts. With someone like Goldie, it's very much a journey over the whole set. So a lot of people are going to see something new tonight, and hopefully they'll go away inspired by that. And I think his job now is to turn young people into new fans rather than sort of like please old ones, I think. So he does have a harder job than we do, kind of thing, but it's why he's so good at what he does. So.
Do you guys actually still live in the same house?
No, not anymore.
so stuff really picked up for you.
Yeah.
We had to get out because it was just parties constantly, and we were like, we can't do this anymore. We'll die. We have to move out and grow up.
So you guys went basically grow up. So you didn't go back to London. You lived in the sticks now.
Oh no, we live in Bristol. Yeah. So, but we just can't live with each other anymore.
But there were like other producers in that house as well, right? I mean, some really great music was made there.
Me, Tommy, a producer called Rao, and Troy Gunner, and they were all party animals as well. And it kind of like mixing pot. You'd hear music being made all the time. It was cool. It was a really cool place.
You hear parties being made as well all the time.
You could guarantee, like no matter what time it was in the morning on a weekend, I would be coming in at like 6, 7. I could just go to their house and know there'd be a party on. Like, guaranteed. There was there was never a weekend that I didn't go to that house and there was a little gathering of people right there.
Hey, talking about parties, I saw you guys issued a live record in the Fabric, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I ask a lot of artists this. A lot of people, a lot of bands and DJs pull off great live sets, but they don't record it and let alone release it. But you guys did. I think it's a brilliant idea.
We grew up with the Fabric Live albums, and it was just a massive honour to be actually asked even to do one. So it's just a big, again, it's a culture thing, a history thing, that we've grown up listening to these compilations, and being able to select the tunes for it and put one together was just, yeah, it was amazing for us.
So any new releases up and coming? Are you guys working on new tracks? Are you guys working on albums?
Dred's got a lot of music out at the moment. No, it's really good. We want to obviously get in the studio with him, make this, put it into music, what we do live, and we're working on stuff with some producers close to home as well. There's just a lot going on, and abroad. But there's just so much touring at the moment. It's insane. Like, our schedule's busiest we've ever been for us, and it's just trying to get those off days in the studio and trying to make use of them. There's a lot going on. There's exciting music that will come out hopefully this year or next year. Yeah.
On vinyl as well?
Hopefully, yeah. There's a few releases where it will be vinyl, but we don't really know when they're coming out just yet. But yeah, the labels that we're putting it on, they're vinyl labels at the start. So yeah.
Hey, who does the artwork? Because probably a couple of people, right? But I mean, who does the artwork for you guys? Couple of people?
Not us. It would just be like someone in house with a label, but we'll have ideas of images that the music kind of makes us think, or what we were thinking when we were making it, and we'll just try and get that conveyed. Like, that's a big thing with our past EPs, like the Contact EP and the Horizons. Like, it was like, yeah.
The same guy that did Contact, Master Plan, and Horizons, we've got the same guy to do it every time, because we wanted like a journey through our releases, and I think we want to keep doing that as well. Yeah.
That's why I asked it. Hey, I'm not sure if you guys are willing to answer this question, but when we drove here, that we were like, for us it's really rare to cross a border and get stopped, and we were like, well, almost like a touristic journey when we crossed the border at Croatia. We were like, yay, a border crossing, and then 10 meters on there was another border crossing, and then somebody said, can you imagine, this is what the Brits will have to endure every time, all the way from now on.
I don't want to think about it.
We're really putting off like letting it get into our heads, because it's probably a couple of years until all the stuff happened.
We hope.
But our politics is kind of falling apart in front of us, and we're all a bit like, whoa, like Boris Johnson being up for it, like it's crazy right now.
That's like the sickest joke ever. It's like the Blackadder come true. Man.
I think like it's not going to be long until there's a lot of people standing up against it, so we'll have to wait and see. We're obviously against all of the stuff happening, but we just want to focus on our music really, and if it stops us from travelling free, then it's going to be frustrating, but it won't stop us from travelling to the countries. It's just going to change things a little bit. So
thanks so much for your time, guys.